Welcome back to the Suntech Exhibition and Conference Center. Welcome back to the PvP Esports Championship 2018 and day one of our major event. It's the Dota 2 side of things. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? We've just had our Arena of Valor side of fun on day one, which has seen some upsets, some big names go through, an invited team having to fight its way out of a loser's bracket after a national qualifier sent them there, and a couple of teams are out of the tournament. So back to Arena of Valor tomorrow. Before we get that, though, here on day one of our major event, it's time to get our Dota 2 side of things underway. Teams who won their national qualifiers came here and competed in a round robin over the last couple of days through their groups. Now, 3 of those are joined by 3 invited professional teams to compete for this trophy and a $200,000 prize pool of the $300,000 that we have on offer here at a PvP Esports Championship. Dota 2, then. 2 big invited teams to come out for our first game. You might know Fnatic pretty well. Ladies and gentlemen, live here in Singapore, please welcome Fnatic! Hey, Bed, you can get back on the stage. We're going to need you up here. We got a spot for you right here, Abed. Have that one. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all of Fnatic! Okay, guys, welcome to the PvP Esports Championship. You can take your places. They're over there. I'd stay on the stage. We're going to need them. And let's meet their opponents. Another one of the invited teams. They are Team Secrets. Please welcome to the PvP Esports Championship, Team Secrets! Team Secret and Fnatic for our first game here at the Dota 2 side of this tournament. Good luck, guys. Please take your places. So we're getting into this. There's loads of Dota 2 coming today. It's all best of ones to warm things up. Remember, we'll be crowning our big champions on Sunday, but to get us underway, let's go over to our analyst desk ahead of this game. Fnatic against Team Secret with Shiva.
Yeah, thank you so much, Matt. Indeed, it is time for the Dota 2. We had a whole day already of Arena of Valor, but Dota 2, I mean, for us, that's where, you know, that's where it really matters. That's where we're gonna get the true entertainment right here. And to bring you that true entertainment, I have got a filled panel full of superstars. We got TA finalist casters, Odie Pixel and Fogged, and we got Kyle.
And Kyle.
Yeah.
I feel like I walked into that one.
I mean, you said you had loads of stuff prepared, you know, you were ready for this opening panel. I can't wait.
It's actually the first time I think I've paneled with either of you. Oh, and of course,
now. The premier caster.
Thank you.
Now he's coming for my job.
Absolutely, and I'm excited to be on the panel. I think this is going to be a very exciting land to sort of talk our way through, through sort of this beginning of a new year of Dota, as it were. We're going to see a lot of exciting things as we do potentially come towards hopefully the end of the patch. IceFrog, please release the new patch. But it's going to be interesting to see what the teams are going to come up with, because even though we sort of stayed in sort of the same meta for a long time, we've seen a lot of different approaches. It has changed over the period, and since TR already, as we've seen in pubs.
I'm excited to see the difference that we have between the two, split up, right? We have a team from SEA, and then we have more of the Western style, so I want to see how the clash is going to happen.
And not just that, I think that if, obviously there was a huge shuffle right after TI, and I think if these two teams, Secret and Fnatic, I think were the biggest winners, or at least made the changes that looked the best on paper. Secret, they add Nisha playing carry, Zai switching back from the support role that he has been languishing in for the past 2 years, now playing 3. I think they're both direct upgrades to the players that were with Secret at TI, and then Fnatic on the other hand. What's that face?
I didn't make a face.
You did. He made a face.
He made a face. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the teams, for people not aware what's been happening over the last couple of days, we have kind of kicked 3 teams out of the bracket already. We have 6 teams remaining. As Matt on stage already mentioned, 3 of those are invited teams. But it started off with these 6 teams. They went into a round-robin group stage. And there was even a tiebreaker at the end as well, with a 3-way tie for 1 slot. Boom ID, Team Admiral, and Signify were the teams to make it through. And that meant Resurgence, KSY, and Hashtag were the teams that we had to say goodbye to yesterday. It has been a long run for some of these teams already, but 3 fresh teams join here. Fnatic, Secret, LGD, invited teams. We got TI finalists, LGD. We got 2 winners of the shuffle, as I mentioned here by Kyle, Fnatic and Secret. And it's going to be very exciting to see what all these teams have in store for each other. And I just really love that we're starting off with Fnatic versus Secret. After this, by the way, we're going to have 1 team removed from each group. And then tomorrow we're starting with a single elimination bracket with semifinals and the finals on Sunday. So this is basically for the seed and still for 1 team to get eliminated. A lot at stake.
Yep, for sure. I'd argue this is what some would say is the premier matchup, the group stage that we're opening up with, Fnatic versus Secret. I don't think they played against each other at TI. I don't remember.
There's a lot of games at TI.
Oh, man.
It's kind of a blur.
But either way, that would have been different teams.
Yeah.
It's changed since then.
It's changed.
Yeah.
They do have relatively similar styles. We were talking a bit backstage. Both squads put a heavy emphasis on the ability to play with tempo, starting very early in the game. I'd expect to see Chen, Drow, Furion all contested, potentially first 2'd. Gotta keep in mind the Broodmother. Both teams played exceptionally well, so I think you said Silencer was the other one?
Silencer's up there pretty high too. I think another big one is just the sustained game. I was watching a lot of their drafts. It's like Phoenix, of course, is really popular right now too, but Secret's not afraid to pick heroes like Oracle, Dazzle really early on, just to set up either counter picks versus what could be a really strong hero, or just to set up their own push lineup.
So let's talk about Secret for a little bit, because they did switch up. They got Nisha and Zai. How do you feel like their team is going to match up? Like, is this, you say they came out as a winner, Kyle?
I would say so. I think, if you look at the history of Secret's rosters, it's progressed. I feel like you look at the EG philosophy, right, which is just who's got the most Twitter followers and stream viewers. Let's get them on the team, and then just if it doesn't work, kick the captain, right, until eventually it succeeds. Secret, they've kind of been this team that the core of Puppy and Mid1's been together since immediately after TI6. Yapsor came on board right after the Kiev major. And then they've made these quick replacements. So TI7, they were taken out by Liquid, 2-1 in the loser bracket. They replaced Kezu and MP, actually, who's now on Fnatic. So there's a little bit of a rivalry there with Ace and Fada. This year, again, they keep the core intact. Ace and Fada now become Nisha and Zai. And Nisha specifically is someone that a lot of players had on their watch list. He performed very well with Kingwin at Star Ladder, saw him at the Summit. I think if there was a player on that team that would break out into the tier 1, it would be him. And if there's a captain that can, has proven he's able to take players to that next level, it's Puppey.
And he has been on the same team for a very long time, or at least Nisha had before he came here.
Yeah, for a long, long time.
Yeah.
I think
He's
for a
really
long,
young.
he is. He's
He
very
is.
young, and for a long, long time as well. I think a lot of teams have sort of been after him. They've been sort of trying to break away that Polish stack of Kingwin, and Secret, of course, were eventually the team that was able to do it. And understandably why, it's a new year, you've come out of after TI, you want to try something different as Nisha and get all these captains coming to you. Puppey he's the one that you're just going to go to this team and you're going to learn something. Whatever happens, you're going to improve as a player. Yeah. So it makes a lot of sense why we'll go there, and it's going to be interesting to see how they will do with this sort of the two players being changed, because I think before a lot of people agreed, Secret, it didn't look like there were problems. Like I feel like you could have maybe come out of that TI and said they could have gone for another shot at it. But obviously there's a lot of power changing your players, because not only does that sort of help you try something new as a team, it means that everybody else has to sort of refigure you out, because it's a new configuration. It's not the same lineup. So no matter sort of how strong the lineup was before, you've got the potential to sort of come out with surprises that the other teams in the pool aren't going to know what to expect.
And I mean, we're talking about Secret a bunch, but like for Secret in particular, they started out incredibly strong last year, right? And then they kind of tapered down.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is a great way to reset themselves and just, all right, now we've got this whole new fresh of ideas, fresh players.
So before we talk about the draft, Fnatic.
I was curious on Kyle's opinion. How do you feel about, since it is DJ and Jabs, Jabs is playing the 5. I actually really love Jabs on the 4. So.
I mean, I said for their last roster was never going to have great success because their captain wasn't playing support. They had Envy doing it from the 1. This year, he finally got with the picture. Now he's playing 5 for Complexity. I think Fnatic going into this, none of these players traditionally have been captains, and they don't really have like that strong one voice that everyone follows. And you have 2 traditional 4 players, very talented 4 players, arguably the best 2 in C now on the same roster.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Draft already underway. We see CM opened by Secret, the Puppey special. I think he's got the most or second most games on that hero lifetime. Been around for a while though.
He's got highest freezing field damage per casts as well. I remember seeing that one somewhere random.
Thanks, Alan.
Dude, I don't know. I think Alan told me that. No, Nox told me that one. I think Nox told me that one.
I think, and sort of looking at the opener of this draft, this is nothing too surprising really. Spirit and Necrophos, something that Fnatic were doing in the major qualifiers. Secret, the CM, the Lina though, very early on. We are seeing this hero sort of become very popular at the moment in the mid lane.
Especially
but
versus
picking it
Necro.
second, it's very early, but as you say, having sort of that high burst against the Necrophos is going to be a massive plus. But it does sort of leave open that opportunity for Fnatic to really think hard about what you want to put in that lane against Lina in the middle.
And it can be...
It's open though.
Yeah, sure, it could
Exactly.
be played in a different position. And I guess for Secret as well at this point, they're happy putting it in.
And that's something nice to watch, especially, I mean, obviously these 2 teams, I would say, are on the top end of the Dota ecosystem right now, and it's very important in your opener. You want to ensure you have an open core. Either a core like Necro, as Fnatic utilizes, it can be a 1, your 2, your 3, essentially any lane is open for him, and we've even seen Liquid play it as a 5 with Curl.
Yes.
And Secret with Lina, it can be your Yapsor hero, it could theoretically be an off lane, but most likely it's going to be Yap or mid one in the mid taking it.
We've seen the rise of the 4 Lina, right?
Yeah,
In a couple
2.5
teams.
seconds done, man.
Yeah. It is.
And you've got that setup already. You've got that CM, of course, there.
And I mean, Secret's done this in the shirts. We don't have a huge sample size, but in particular in their last few games that they've played, they open with the Dazzle, and then they're like, oh, they've ran core Dazzle. Like, you never really know. You never really know where these can go.
Yeah, I think we were talking about talents a bit backstage as well. The 2 mechanics right now that you can talent, specifically heroes with XP gain, heroes with gold per minute, and then the one that I still think is a bit underrated is damage. So Dazzle, I believe, 60 damage talent, Lina, 30. Big fan of any hero that can kind of just get 2,000 gold worth of damage by just getting level 10.
What do you think about cast range? That was the other one that I always throw in there, because that can differentiate you between a support and a core.
Yeah, but it doesn't give you... I like damage XP gold just because it gives you resources or attributes you can't physically take out of the game. Cast range technically is like that, but it doesn't increase the amount of damage you're able to do.
Okay.
It just helps you position.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like 100, 200 is just it's pretty negligible.
For a lot of the heroes, it is very low. Yeah, that's true.
Now, one of the trends we've seen recently is Dark Willow basically being in every single draft, and surprisingly here it is completely ignored.
Yeah, we saw sort of, we're during sort of the minor qualifiers, Dark Willow was sort of fell out of favour a little bit actually. Like I felt like we would see it a lot more than we did. But it seemed like teams were sort of straying away. This hero, though, pretty much in every game, and sort of especially the Southeast Asian qualifiers for the minor, this was first pick. Like every game, people would just grab this every single time.
It just does. It does so much for you. It's got good harassment. It's got good wave clear. You've got great team fight to set up for your team to get into position. With Earthspirit in particular, you can just allow your Earthspirit to get all spells off in the dream scenarios. It's amazing.
So Secret is a little bit behind on the team fight aspect of the draft so far.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think it's also a bit of a deny pick. We saw OG win every game they played with Wyvern Lina in that their last two series back at TI, and I think it's just an incredibly effective combo because you just set up that 2.5-second Lina stun on top of the Wyvern ult, and all of a sudden, anytime you catch two heroes, they're both down.
We were talking backstage about the big powerhouse, like 5-6 heroes. Fnatic has two of the ones that we really like right now, the Wyvern and the Tiny.
And Secret is kind of squish.
They're very squishy.
A lot of that could be solved by a good Zai hero, though, good offlaner.
Yep. I think also Secret revealed, I mean, obviously they revealed that the Lina is going to be a core with the Rubik pickup, but also they banned TA last in the second phase, which you really
sort of
can't play Lina into.
They've ran Rubik mid.
Really?
Mid one's played it.
Oh.
I don't know if he will do that.
I don't know if he'd do it.
Yaps or Rubik is
Yaps or
such a
Rubik.
staple, you know? You gotta go for that.
And I trust Owen's opinion. He's really the expert here.
It works well. I mean, Rubik, Lina, CM, it's a lot of spell damage coming out. They can even use the no field aggressively versus the Necro in a lot of situations. So it's like the Winter Wyvern, the Cold Embrace right now is useless.
Yep.
So
If we're taking a step back on the draft, how much emphasis do you feel like these teams need to put in there, for example, laning phase? Because we've seen that in the past, laning stage was super important. We've seen developments, obviously, sometimes going to the mid-game pressure instead. Where are we?
It's a bit uncharacteristic from the games we've been seeing in this tournament thus far, and also really looking back to the major qualifiers where I'm very shocked that Chen Furion are just not
ignored.
Yeah, they're ignored completely. So I'd look for Secret to pick up maybe a PL here. They need some hero to play around. You have these three very high damage but squishy backline heroes. You need something to go in, create chaos. Wraith King does an admirable job of that, of course. Blink in, get some skeletons going, but was heavily nerfed.
I was going to say, I remember a quote from backstage, Wraith King is dead.
Wraith King,
Basically, that was all that was said about Wraith King.
Well, he is a Wraith, so technically Fog is
Sure, that's exactly what you guys meant.
I mean, what even got changed? His stun time is lower, how much it is per level,
Well,
it scales now.
At level 4, it just does less damage. So it does more damage levels 1 and 2, but it's 1.1, 0.4, 0.7, and then back to the stable 2.0 it was at every level.
At every level before.
Where we saw that hero first two, pretty much every game was available.
The aura doesn't affect ranged heroes anymore. I mean, that's not massive, but when they've got 3 already, or one that will benefit from it.
It's just perfect here because you have this easy setup with you just set up all of your supports at the moment. And I can, Lina obviously not a support here, but it's just simple. Wraith King, blink in, Lina's stunned from afar. You're going to be able to burst somebody down right away, and you're not really punished either by heroes like Necrophos because you get that reincarnate to live through the initial Reaper Scythe, and you can just frontline, be a bully, and make space for these squishy supports.
Didn't think I'd see a Wraith King.
Yeah, I think as a core, it didn't really suffer from the nerfs. It's more just pretty bad as a 5
It seemed like
now.
it was definitely still very viable as a position 1, which, I mean, they may do here, but you think that's unlikely. In the qualifiers, we saw every time I saw it put in the offlane, it lost the game, but when people did use it as the carry, it was still good.
I like it a lot as the 1. I feel like the items you utilize, like, if you get a nice game, like, just blink Armlet. All of us, or Blink Armlet, like Blink Blade Mail, you can utilize all these really cheap items incredibly effectively, and it just seems to fit a lot more into that 1 position than 3.
Just really wanted to play really fast paced around like that Blink Dagger timing. Yeah. So
What are the teams lacking, you feel, in terms of what they need?
Secret's got like no team fight.
Yeah, I love that they banned Brood though. I think that was necessary.
And now they have a fight starter. Another way to like the Wraith King and Batrider can start fights for these other 3 to stay in the backlines and get good positioning.
And you already have 2 incredible lane matchups for Bat. Neither support can deal with him. You're great against the Necro and the Tiny, and there's the last big PL, which Secret really doesn't have any answers for outside of the massive magical burst from their backline.
I didn't ask you guys this before the draft started, but which team, now that you've seen the draft, which team do we favor here?
Out of these 2 drafts, I mean, I'd have to say, from what I've seen and what I know about Dota 2, this looks like Fnatic their lineup just clearly makes much more sense. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing Secret do some magic with sort of this draft that no one else would really do, but Fnatic, from everything we've seen sort of towards this period of the patch, I feel like they have got a terrifying draft. And that PL pick at the end, like this hero just wins games at the moment. And as you said, if you don't have a way to deal with it, you don't have a way to deal with it.
Secret's got a clock, right? They need to like crush these lanes and go early before this PL gets out of
PL,
control.
it's PL problems. If you hit 20-25 minutes without an advantage, Secret, you're in trouble. But if they can play really fast around the map, Wraith King, Blink, Lina, Shadowblade, before you're really able to deal with it, they're going to feed on the Fnatic supports all game. So game even 20, I'd give it to Fnatic, but I'd bank on Secret. I think they got this. They're going to play fast enough.
Well, let's see how fast Secret can play this game. Indeed, it is time to go over to our commentary duo of Grant and Capitalist for the first game here at the PvP Esports Championships 2018.
Thank you very much, Sheever, Odie, Pixel, and 2 former good Dota players. I'm joined here by Cap and, I mean, Fnatic.
What about me? Am I
Secret.
not a formerly good Dota player too, Grant?
I mean, $25 on Liquipedia. You made some money playing, but now it is Secret, Fnatic, 2 of the invited teams, maybe the 2 favorites of the tournament, right? Like, what? I mean, they're just going up in the very first game. What are your thoughts?
So the draft was pretty interesting. Again, when we saw the Wraith King, I thought that Phantom Monster was definitely going to get banned out, just because Phantom Monster seems to be like one of the better counters to Wraith King. But Secrets, most of this patch, it feels like you're going to need like at least some sort of harder carry. You want to be able to at least scale on at least 2 of your cores, but this is a lineup that between Lina and your Wraith King isn't actually going to go into late game that well, and you're facing up against a PL who's just much superior late game than any of your heroes. On top of that, they have Tiny and Necrophos. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how quickly Secret can play and whether or not that style is actually still viable in this patch, or if we're just naturally going to concede to late game, go to like 35 minutes, and all of a sudden your PL, Necrophos, and Tiny have all scaled into a decent position.
And we talked about this. Jabs is playing the 5 now. He's going to be on the winner Wyvern. We talked, right? It's Jabs and DJ, 2 of like the best 4s in SCA, and now one of them's on 5, but they still pick 2 4 heroes.
I think Wyvern is definitely like one of the bigger playmaking 5 positions, right? He can actually win you a team fight single-handedly, being able to kill a hero through the Winter's Curse and then set up the team fight, be able to get like the AoE stuns out. You have both Avalanche as well as Earth Spirit's Boulder that can come in after you hit a good Winter's Curse. So there's definitely opportunities for Jabs to be able to do things, and I think that's where Fnatic are probably always going to lead to, right? Is being able to give him some sort of playmaking hero.
30 seconds.
All right, you're playing the pub. Would you rather have the Gapsaur Rubik or the DJ Earth Spirit?
Is this going to be a good Rubik game for you?
Are you
going to be able to steal?
Are you ready to rumble?
Some big spells. So you've got Necrophos. Anything out of Tiny is kind of okay.
So,
anything out of Winter Wyvern can be good as well. Earth Spirit's kind of like a dead hero in that regard. You don't really want to steal almost anything that he has. It's definitely going to be... I would side with the Earth Spirit simply because I feel like there's going to be less Rubik's threats, let's say. So I'm looking forward to seeing some big DJ Earth Spirit.
And it is going to be Abed middle on that Tiny going up against the Lina. And Tiny, from what I've heard from multiple mid laners, Tiny mid, you don't lose the first couple waves. You just can't. You deny creeps, you harass. It's so easy.
Just like Tiny said, those creeps aren't for you. He's going to deny all of them. He missed out on the range creep. That's pretty massive.
That is big, and yep. See, all 3 lanes. It is going to be Puppy, Nisha, bottom, going up against Rubik. And Rubik at level 1, he's not that great, like in the lane phase. He's in your safe lane. You have to be a little worried if you're ice. You're just going to get pushed in.
Yeah, you definitely want to be able to have some sort of combination to make Rubik a lot better. I think one of the better examples are like any of the really... it's like a decent gap closing combination, right? And so for this, you're going to be able to have telekinesis into the Wraith King stun as well as a Crystal Maiden slowing you down, maybe even a Frostbite if she gets to level 3 or 4.
Do you like what they're doing? They're pretty much just tri-laning bottom so that Batrider can get early levels, but I mean Rubik needs levels as well.
I've been seeing a lot of aggro tri-lanes, and what this will turn into is that they're just trying to get the Batrider to like level 4 or 5, and then they'll rotate out. Then they'll actually rotate their Wraith King back into the safe lane position where he needs to be able to farm. They'll give their supports a little bit more space to be able to get experience as well. They've also got playmaking cores in general, so they're going to be leaving lane a lot, right? Like Batrider's going to pick up drums. Blink Dagger, he's going to run around trying to kill things. He'll play off of neutrals as well. Lina wants to rotate around and get kills with Laguna Blades, so those will both open up space for these kind of start supports. But it looks like they gave up on that aggro tri lane pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think, right, you don't like get the lift into stun, and all of a sudden you're, no, we don't get a kill, he's just under level, and well, no rune up there. Sorry.
This mid matchup, player-wise, has got to be one of the most exciting, right? These are two C superstars that have come out of their region, been picked up by other teams, and have just dominated so many mid matchups.
Yep. Oh wow, Nisha, he's gonna square up on him, but right clicks will fly and he'll be okay, and they're just playing so far past tower. Now Zai tanking the tower hits, but will just Firefly over. And yeah, I mean, Abed was considered one of the best mids in the world for a long time. Now they're gonna try to go on Nisha low, ice. The crit comes out, now jabs, he just has to run away, and that's a nice time to get a crit, first blood. You're kind of in a losing lane right now, and all of a sudden you just turn it around.
Wraith King crits, I think, are actually one of the most devastating. The early game just completely turns a fight.
Oh, Zai gets kicked back in. That's 2 tower hits. Orb of Venom is up. They're just right-clicking. They're going for the DJ kill. Don't quite get it. And MP just gets Zai, and he'll just wander on away.
Good read by Zai, like knowing he's just not going to get out of there. So smart to try and get the support, but unfortunately, DJ's a little bit too wily for that. And this is also another reason I said I kind of am backing the Earth Spirit a little bit more, because he's got actually some really good lanes. Like the Phantom Lancer is not a bad hero threat during the laning phase because he's got this lance and just great chasing capabilities. And then the mid lane, he can set up for a kill on Lina as well, which is something that a Tiny can definitely take advantage of.
Yep, and we do see on the map the wards. Radiant has 2 out. Both teams have 1 middle. That's kind of the standard. I'm surprised not really. Each team has a rune ward. That's going to be pretty big, right? Tiny has the bottle. He wants to always refill. If he doesn't refill that bottle, this Lina should be able to just take him out of lane. Here we go. They're both going for it. Throws it. Oh, toss him back. But guess what? Rune is bottom, and Yapsor looks like he's actually going to save it.
You could see the adaptation. So we went for the 2-minute rune, right? And it was denied by Lina. Got stunned by Avalanche, but still managed to get the deny on the rune. And that's massive. So he adapts and tries to get there earlier and get in front of her.
Oh, and Zai, he's just going to get taken down again. Raindrop charge there, and a rotation from Jazz. We saw Mango TP home, and then just wandered up top and gets a kill. It's a pretty costly rotation, though, because bottom lane, I mean, you're just not really farming on your Necro.
Yeah, they seem to, whatever happened, the wave did end up pushing in pretty heavily into the tower.
Ooh, and I mean, that's Tiny, right? And he went a different build, 2-2-1 on the Tiny.
Yeah, he did.
It's worked out. Why did you? Is there like any certain reason?
I think most of the Tinies that I've seen go
3-1-1.
3-1-1, yeah, exactly. So I wonder what the level of toss. Maybe it's for the CS. I think it's actually because you saw him get at least a range creep CS off of the toss earlier. So maybe it has something to do with that.
Range creep's super important nowadays in this patch, especially. I know a lot of people are thinking that might get changed here shortly, but we'll see. Bounty runes do spawn. Looks like a 2-for-2. MP just gonna get harassed out of lane. And he's not getting the most, even though he is 3rd on the CS charts. I mean, he's been ferrying up regen like he's a mid player up here.
Yeah, he's probably not getting the best net worth numbers.
And mid one, he just gets found, and look at that, Laguna flies, doesn't get the kill, and DJ will take it. Nice rotation from both supports, but it leaves MP once again alone.
I do wonder what he was doing.
Yeah, he was
that far forward. It seemed like he was really trying to zone out the Tiny. Maybe he got Tiny low, and then he regened up off of South.
Yep. Here's Ice. Haven't seen too much. Looks like he's going for the Aquila as well. Do you? I still. The +9 damage. Where does that come from in the Aquila? Just don't. I don't
magic.
know. There's nothing in. I don't know. It's whatever. It's so value, right? You just get an extra free damage. It's crazy. Top lane. Looks like won't be able to quite find Zai, but they do use his Firefly, and that's a pretty nice cooldown to get rid of, especially if you're the PL.
There's something amiss when you are willing to have 2 ring for pillows just because it's such a good stat item.
Oh, and Zai, I do not believe you're getting out of this one. Jazz even trying to harass the Crystal Maid in the back. They're just chasing Zai down. Ooh, can't quite get denied by the neutrals, but he tries. And wow, Fnatic, I mean, they're up by about 1,000 right now, 5-1. They just seem to be playing more smooth. Like the supports are rotating everywhere. Now they're going to try to go on bottom. Does have Ghost Shroud. The lift is going to be there. No crit yet. Will fully heal. It's Necrophos. Kicks him back into the tower. Nisha taking so much damage, but can't really commit. No level 6 on Necro yet.
Great call. I don't know if it was Ice making that call to get DJ down here early, but definitely made the read that they wanted to be aggressive on him.
Yeah, look at this, a rotation. Zai won't quite find him, and in comes Jabs as well, so rotation's coming out, and it feels like Fnatic's just mirroring what Secret's doing right now, and they like what they're getting.
A little surprising to me that, because there was a pretty big hard camp stack up there in that top lane, so I thought it was actually going to be Secret bringing more numbers up to that top lane to try and secure it for the back, basically. But
and this, I mean, because you do have Abed on this Tiny, he can definitely, even with level 1 tree, he can go up there and just clear it with his team, get MP some farm, and man, they're just going to pull the wave here. MP tries to bring it out. Stun will get dodged, nicely done.
Got to secure Nisha at that critical level 6, get that reincarnation. And then from there, make sure that you protect it so that if he does die, they actually get a team fight out of it.
Look at this. No vision right there. Fnatic just walks up. They actually find Zai doing a ton of damage. Will that be enough to kill him? It is. He's dead for 30. And now the double boulder into the double silence. No kills, but they get out. And that's a TP by your Lina. That is a very costly committal that gets nothing.
Yes.
Secret.
And they were obviously trying to bait it out a bit, right? But the long-range initiation from Fnatic, I mean, that was just such a crisp initiation from the two of them. Starting off with the slow, making sure to hit the boulder, and then DJ, just beautiful response to Lina TPing in. He doesn't overcommit resources, right? Yeah, he could have thrown more damage into that Batrider, but because he held on to the kick, like he manages to basically save his own life.
Get his entire team out, yeah. Now, so now, I mean, you got to be worried about this PL. Eventually, he can just go to the jungle, right? Like, you get a PL, you just get a couple items, you can go to the jungle, you're going to farm. And we saw they last picked the PL after they banned the Terrorblade. I was like, I assumed Secret was going to ban the PL, but nothing happened there. Now bottom.
I think Secret felt like they couldn't pick PL because their lineup would be so slow as a result, but it's proving otherwise.
Jeez Louise. Fnatic is just running over Secret right now, 7-1. And it feels like they're winning all lanes, right? Abed got that solo kill middle. They killed him again. Bottom lane. I mean, Ice was struggling, but he got his level 6, and now he can just stay in lane forever.
It's fun to see how fast Fnatic is moving with their rotations.
Oh, here we go. Abed finds him. They were trying to do the stack, and they're going to get punished for it. Maybe the Orb of Venom is up on him. Doesn't look like it'll be enough to kill him. And now on the backside, Ice, you're not killing this Necro. I'm sorry. Wraith King versus Necro has to feel like so bad. If you don't kill him in the initial burst, it's a full heal, and you can do nothing about it. But it does look like Secret takes most of that stack, so I'm sure they're happy with that.
Yeah, Fnatic's not up by a massive net worth amount. One of the big things is they do really need to be able to take one of these towers, preferably the enemy safe lane tower, so MP can push lanes in deeper.
Yep. And here's the big thing, bounty runes. Doesn't look like we'll have too big of a fight. Just going to be the PL running away from the Batrider. Batrider still level 5 at 10 minutes in. That's a safe lane Batrider.
He is really chasing for this, but his Firefly is going to wear out soon.
Yeah, and now, if DJ can hit this... Ooh, gets pushed away, but he does still have the boulder. Oh my goodness, it hits both again. But the silence doesn't hit Puppey, so he gets the freeze. MP will end up throwing the lands. And now Puppey, he's just going to try to run away. Luckily, he's got some speed there and will. But once again, they commit hard and don't get the kill.
You know what's cool is I think that was Abed's first rotation earlier up to that top lane. So we've had so many rotations, but it's been pretty much purely through the side lanes. Yeah. DJ did not try and go mid very much onto Lina. It's just like the supports and even the core swapping things around between these two side lanes. We've still seen 9 kills within 11 minutes.
Yep. Abed, he is only about 1,000 away from that blink. Very well could have it in about 2 to 3 minutes here. Yapzor gets his level 6. Steals that. All right. Yeah, like you said, there's just not that much to steal. He's a great player on it, but if you don't have that like big wow spell, obviously you can still make plays as a hero, but it does feel a little less impactful.
Yeah, it's pretty much the Only really big one is maybe he gets Winter's Curse, but maybe a bit more likely is going to be Reaper's Sight. Just because most Necrophoses, once they pop that, they've usually already used Death Pulse.
To get the damage on.
Yeah, they don't need to usually pop Ghost Shroud at that point.
There's the cast range on middle Lina. I know I see it a bunch on supports. They just don't like the...
I've seen this with some cores Lina lately. It just seems to be a preference for the cast range again.
It just feels so nice, right? You always want to, like, a lot of heroes want to play off the map, but you want to be able to push lanes. And Lina, with that cast range, can do it very easily. Bottom lane, doesn't look like anything's going to happen, but Zai is in a little bit of trouble. Will dodge a Splinter Blast. MP's coming over. Lance will fly. There's a decent amount of damage. Jazz continues right-clicking. There comes the lasso, trying to pull him in. Gapsaur's there. Will they get the kill? They will. Jabs will go down. Now Ice, he's running. Roll comes through. Will hit onto Puppey. Pops his ulti. It's the double stun silence again, but Nisha's here. Hits him with the stun. Reaper Sight will be enough to kill him.
No.
Laguna, though. See you later, Ice. And DJ. He's taking a lot of damage. Gets crit up. Will hit himself with the urn. Keeps that ulti going. Gets the silence up. Gets the double kick again. DJ might just get the kill. Oh, but the stun will end up helping get the kill. Oh my goodness.
That was so impressive from DJ, but it just doesn't net in the extra kill that they really wanted, which was the Lina.
And mid one had bottled regen.
Oh, yeah.
So instead of getting this amazing kill, just nothing. And he'll just be right back. Looks like they want to get another kill top. I'm not sure if they saw he had the regen. Nisha will lose ulti. Ooh, misses the Dragon Slave. Stun will hit, and this will be a pretty free kill. Do you give it to Nisha?
Ooh.
Looks like you do.
Cold embraces himself immediately afterwards.
Will go down. Uh-oh. Lina brings up the Yules, too. This could be a kill in Ice. If Ghost Shrouds pops it on him. Nope. Waits up. Used it. Now he will Ghost Shroud. Yeah, thought he might wait, but here comes DJ. Big fight committing. MP's going to TP in as well. Ice gets the heal up. He has no ulti on the Wraith King. An overcommittal for sure by Nisha. Trying to get away, but MP clears the tree. Still got the kill. They get it now. Gonna be tough to get this Lina, obviously, with that Yules. They will try to run down Puppey here as well. Puppey, be careful. There comes Zai. It's gonna be a full team, and now gets the silence well. Ice almost dead, but there it is. Laguna flies again, kills Ice, and man, this Laguna Ghost Shroud, he is not having a good time. Yules into the air, stun, hits, DJ gonna go down, and just like that, Abed does get a kill on Yapzor, but we just saw the gold, it switched. It's less than like 100 gold lead right now already.
Yeah, it's really massive that Fnatic continued to chase after that Lina, and they overextend into the Batrider like this. The Batrider, Zai just really wasn't having a great game. He's only had Trinkle Boots. He's trying to go for an early Hood rather than the Drums build. We aren't going to finally see Abed come online with his Blink Dagger, though, and that's one of the things that they're really missing out on earlier when they brought the Lina so low, is that they just don't have another hero to rotate in because they need their Phantom Lancer to keep farming. He's the one that's got to outscale the Wraith King, and Abed was still trying to get his Blink Dagger at that time, so they just sort of ran out of heroes. But now they're going to be able to, he's going to be the one trying to create more space. It's still a good position for Fnatic to be in because Secret is the ones who really need to take charge of the laning phase and be able to snowball off of that. There are still several cores who are very underfarmed, most notably the Batrider, but I would say Wraith King isn't super happy with his position either.
Yeah, that hero doesn't come back. I mean, obviously you can farm the jungle with skeletons, push waves, it's a little easier, but still it's not like I'm a PL who can just farm jungle and lanes at once.
Yeah, I think laning phase is really important for Wraith King. I've been playing it a lot. It feels like if you can secure either that fast, like, action item where it's like the Blink Dagger and you go around, get kills, and you can farm off of basically killing people, or you get the faster Radiance that like really snowballs your build very quickly. But if you don't have a good laning phase, you end up kind of stalling out and you never really reach your true carry potential. So they do need to be able to get this Wraith King just a little bit farther, as you can already see the Phantom Lancers beginning to jump ahead of the Wraith King, even though he was good 500 gold ahead not 2 or 3 minutes ago.
Nice. We see he gets the Hood first, pretty standard, and he takes the 10 strength over 40 damage. He knows he's just there. I'm soaking damage. PL, please carry me. Or Abed, sure. Either one of you carry me, please.
It's so rare to see like that much damage not be taken.
At level 10 especially. 40 damage? A ton. Look at this bottom. Gets out barely. They will get the bottom tier 1, both teams. And now it looks like they want to get the tier 1 middle, but there is going to be a little bit of defense. But it will just go down. Abed gets it, throws the lance out. Yapzor will just push it out. Uh-oh, but the boulder comes through. Silence hits. MP is just going to right-click him down, and they get the tower and a kill. And also, you take Splinter Blast away from the Rubik, because he had Blast, Splinter Blast. He can push waves. Without that, he's back to not being that useful.
It's really big. It also is a great tower defender as well, right?
Yeah. Oh, and bottom, they are going on to Jabs. They're going to find him with that smoke. It's the winner's curse. It is helping. Here comes the TP. Who's going to be the first one coming in? It's going to be Abed. He's going to get the stun. Oh, instantly cancels Puppy's ult. And now they're going to bring Puppy down, and there is no ultimate on Nisha. He should get brought down as well. What a rotation. Jabs with the nice ulti. Yep, tips his teammate. Nice play there.
That's the beauty of this winner's curse, right? Being able to win team fights in that situation, just stalling everything up so your team can... Oh, look at that. They're going to smoke it immediately. Go. They know there's only 3 members' secrets up. They're just going to invade into the jungle as fast as possible. Yeah. Hope to be able to catch an extra person with this Blink Dagger Tiny. And this could also set them up because you've got Necrophos pushing in mid.
Yep, and this should be the kill. Has it.
Just chuck the tree at him.
I was about to say, he does pop the Yules. He will get frozen. Can they get mid one? The stun's going to hit. No, they can. He's just going to run away. Now they're turning it around. Yapzor's there. Trying to kill DJ off first. Earns himself. That should be enough to bring him down. It will be. Jab's now going to have to run. Crystal Nova slows him, but Ice is here, and well, you can't do much. Abed, oh, he wanted to toss onto Puppy, but night. Oh, no, it is daytime. Just couldn't get it.
Oh, that's super unfortunate they ran out of damage, because if they killed that Lina there, Ice was pushing in mid. They were going to be well set up to just go and take down that tier 2 with the Tiny. But when they have to chase in, they don't kill the Lina, they lose heroes themselves. Instead, it becomes Secret actually stabilizing, and they're going to get some map control back as a result. Whereas the other way around, just 100 more damage, they would have been Fnatic maybe taking that tier 2, but at least taking a large share of the map control, taking over Dire jungle, while also protecting Radiant jungle from being farmed.
And a nice job saving that Yules by Lina, right? He didn't just freak out and try to use it in between combos. He waited to dodge the killing blow, hit a nice stun, and just got out. Now it is going to be a smoke. You know, we see Dire stacks. Abed just wants to push out middle. He needs to be careful. Yapzor has a Yules already, by the way, so he can go in. They are going to find the bat. DJ's there. He's going to get frozen. He will just get Laguna. He'll go down, but MP's coming in now. Level 14 on the Lina, though. Pretty tanky. Batrider get a fine Jabs, and he should go down. Winner's curse goes. He will just run away for now, but Abed, they're going to find Zai. Or will they? He has a tree. They're just waiting.
That Phantom Rush.
There we go.
It sent him all over the place, but finally MP does catch up.
There's Puppy. Most farm, he's probably going to get all game. Picks it up. Mid one running bottom. He is going the Laguna Blade. Do you like that in this game? Why is he going for it? Obviously, it makes it peer.
Just want to be able to just blow up this Phantom Lancer, I guess, a little bit faster.
It feels like they're really all in on this mid game now, though, right? Like, you don't have the skill. Like, Lina is it feels like their late game, right? Lina is one of the best late game, and now you're buying this 4.2k item.
I mean, your right-click build isn't really going to be effective versus the Phantom Lancer, and it's not going to help you versus the Necrophos either, right? So.
Oh, here comes DJ. Will he get it? Nope, doesn't even want to commit a boulder. You're right, but as this game goes on, MP has Tread's Hood going for, looks like, the Diffusal next. Almost has it already. This guy is going to be a monster. Oh, Nisha goes for the chicken, doesn't quite get it. Good try with the blink.
Another small thing is that all these people picking up hoods, right? All of a sudden you turn into a big pure damage nuke.
Yeah.
Just ignore that shell.
True. It's a good one. Top lane looks like they're coming together, the Radiant that is, but Dire, they have 2 people up there. They're ready to defend. Doesn't look like either team really wants to commit on anything yet. And that favors Fnatic, right? You have the PL. Like, they're happy taking this later, right?
Yeah, and they don't have, like, the absolute best initiation to be able to deal with PL. I love what MP's doing here, just being able to hide out in the trees and send his illusions forward. He knows this is like the really dangerous part of the map to be in, but he's actively taking resources away from Secret by basically pushing this lane in. It gives you less control of the Radiant jungle, as well as gives opportunity for Fnatic to maybe threaten tier 2. If anybody tries to rotate in and push this lane, then they know they can go for the tier 2. Failing that, then it means NP can freely push this into the off lane tower. It's a win-win sort of scenario, as long as you don't get caught in a bad team fight in top lane. It's pretty much the worst case scenario.
You see up here, I mean, Fnatic pretty much knows what's going on. That nice ward placed by Radiant, it's not in the normal spot. I've been liking that. More teams have finally put, I feel like they've actually practiced warding. Like, for a while, you could just see everyone was just kind of, they're casual about it. Like, whatever, we'll just put wards. You can now see, like, just uncountered wards, good vision, new vision.
A really big part, I think, was the fact that counter warding.
Looks like Jabs will get the winner's curse off, and he's going to steal it. Oh, man. YapzOr's ready. Silent Stun comes out, but they don't have enough damage to do this. I think Fnatic just wants to get out of here. If they can get out with only losing that Winter Wyvern, they're probably happy. Because MP just took a tier 1 bottom. Could possibly go for a tier 2 if they know, but oh, they are going to find one more. Will be DJ. And he goes down. So double kill up there for the Dire, but still, look at this guy bottom.
Yeah, Phantom Lancer pushed in, took that tier 1 tower, is pushing it all the way into the tier 2, and he will probably be able to at least get some of the Radiant jungle on his way back, because he knows most of the threat is still going to be in top lane.
Here we go, looking for Nisha. Won't find anything. Abed and Nisha both super hard to kill right now unless you commit a ton of people. Is going Radiance on Necro. So what do you want to, I mean, I would say Secret is a little bit behind right now. What do you want to see him do? How do they take control of the map? I guess is what I'm asking.
They've got to get a better pick-off than these supports.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the Wyvern, as well as, I mean, it's a DJ Earth Spirit, so they are very important in the team fights and the control that they offer, but they need to actually transition this into being able to take some objectives, because this Maelstrom, these Radiance cores, like back in the day you had this, like, what was it, the Lifestealer? Remember the Lifestealers that were going up against these Phantom Lancers all the time?
Yeah.
And they go these Radiance? Like, it's not the same anymore. Playing the Wraith King Radiance or going the Maelstrom build, like, it just doesn't beat the Phantom Lancer at all. So they need to be able to transition into getting the pick-off into actually taking a tower. The problem is that Fnatic is so effectively split pushing them. They managed to, with MP causing this disruption constantly in the bottom lane, they're not getting that tier 2 bottom. The tier 1 mid is still live, and that's really massive for being able to control the certain areas of the map, like those Radiant Ancients.
And here we go, Smoke Gang and MP. He has the Yasha. Once he gets, I mean, he's farmed. It's going to start getting tough. You see mid one is the top of the net worth, but they're just stuck. They're almost stuck in their base. They're stuck behind this tier 2 top and pretty much in their base middle right now. And they are going to set up for something. Zai scouting around, making sure no one's hiding up there like DJ. And here we go. He's Fireflied. Looks like they're going to go. Ice will get pushed back a little bit. Look who's here. DJ, MP, and Abed. This Batrider does have a hood, so will he survive? It does, but will go down. MP instantly dead from the Laguna. And now they're trying to go back in. Nisha just right-clicking. A nice pullback on that. They're going to be able to bring down the Necro as well. Secret. They're turning it around. A nice ulti by DJ, but it's not going to be enough. And man, there you go. The Aghanim's Laguna Blade. My goodness.
Yeah, and they didn't have their Wyvern there, which would be the biggest way for them to be able to, because yeah, what they've been doing really well is disengaging from bad fights by using the Winner's Curse. Is basically a way to stall up one hero and maybe zone the rest back. That time they didn't have something like that, which would have protected the Necrophos. They would have just only lost the PL.
Now we see that a full new item for the Lina at BKB. I mean, they don't have much to deal with that besides the Winner's Curse, but you don't want to use Winner's Curse on, I mean, maybe you do.
It'll really help you as well against the Phantom Lancer. Like, if he ever gets on top of you, now you don't have to worry as much about him or the Tiny.
And looks like they do get a little bit more of the map, but once again, they don't get an objective. They're trying to get one middle. Will they be able to bring it down? They have the glyph. MP will try to defend it, though. Now you see the fuse there. Oh, he's just going to pop the BKB. There it is, the Laguna Blade. They're going to pop the Eels, but the Winner's Curse comes out. The BKB not doing the most damage, but it will get him out of there. And now he's just going to TP on out, leave Zai to die. Well, thank you. Abed kills YapzOr. Secret's just kind of all sorts of spread out. Tree Throw gets tossed at him, gets the kill. Abed now looking for Nisha. Can they get him? He does have enough mana to respawn. Can he get out, though? It does not look like it. And Secret wins a nice fight, and then all of a sudden, they overcommit for that tier 1.
It's right next to Roshan, too. I'm not sure if Fnatic are going to be able to do it themselves.
Looks like looks like the PL is going to start to do it. He wants to mid one. He knows probably something's up. He's like, well, no one's here. They were doing it by the Roche pit. We're probably in trouble.
What I really like the fact that mid one just throws out his ultimate every single time on the PL as soon as possible, right? Because they don't have the best AoE damage. They don't have the best AoE control either. So the best thing you can do is just be able to bring this PL lower, and as a result, his illusions are going to die a bit faster in these team fights. It'll make it easier for you to find a real one after he doppelgangers. Just a lot of small advantages to getting that instant damage. But you're seeing the point where Secret, if they don't win like a couple team fights in a row now, I think they naturally just get outscaled in this game, and there's not much they can do. I mean, this Radiance Necrophos, he's now going to start really scaling well into late game.
Oh, wow. Puppey just gets blown up. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, you see the Lina clearly on top, but wait, we already see initiation. Stun will fly out. They're going to try to last him. Obviously, it doesn't last that long in the Tiny, but it looks like they will be able to bring him down kind of by himself. He's going to get helped by MP. MP right-clicking, level 18, going for Nisha. Nisha, no ulti, obviously, but the no Laguna Blade from mid one. Going to be hard to kill MP. He has the Aegis, obviously, as well. Stun will fly, saving the rest of his team. 1 for 1. I mean, it's a Tiny for a Wraith King, and I can assure you, Tiny can catch up a lot easier than Wraith King can.
Yeah, and if Zion gets out, that fight wasn't terrible for Secret, just because it could have been so much worse. Oh, almost.
Boulder and ulti from Ice almost stopping it, but you are running. You look at the net worth, and oh man, Zai, that's sad. If you're Zai, you know you're so far behind right now.
Yeah.
MP, he's looking, oh, Puppey, you just respawn. They know he's there. Yep, he is just going to go down again. Mid one tries to help down there. Oh, okay. Commit the Reaper's Sight there. Does go the Aegis, and they should get the guaranteed stun here from mid one if he times it right. He does. Try to harass him down. Yapzor lifts him up, blasts him. Will get healed up by Jabs. Ooh, wanted to use his ultimate, but instead he'll just get Yuled up on the backside. Zai, you just don't have anything to survive. We'll see Jabs die, but there's the Godlike from mid one. But can he carry this game is the question. Ice will get stunned up, but Nisha, he's just going down. Abed does get Yules. Nice job by mid one, saving himself. Tree will get thrown, won't hit him. Can these illusions do it? No, Fade Bolt summoning. One's running there. Oh! And that is a godlike streak, man. If he dies there, it almost feels like that could be game.
Yeah,
right? Like,
I don't think there's any way
everything.
that Secret come back from giving, you know, like 800, 900 gold to one of these cores. One of the things about the Maelstrom Yoldir build on the Wraith King is that I actually don't think it's that effective against the Phantom Lancer anymore. And then also the fact that your farming doesn't feel nearly as fast as with your Radiance. Because your Radiance just allows you to be able to get those skeleton charges, I think, a lot faster. And then your skeletons in turn farm for you, and you just kind of accelerate from there. But this Wraith King, I think, is really going to struggle to get those next couple of items, and the Lina, again, is not really going to, like, right now it looks great, like he's blowing up the Phantom Lancer in his first life very quickly, but once you have a heart, like so many games, you're going to hear that. Once the Phantom Lancer gets heart, the game becomes just different. All of a sudden, the Phantom Lancer is unstoppable. He just doppelgangs all the time, is getting his heart regeneration. You can't quickly blow him up. And that's the one thing about Secret's lineup, is that the way they were supposed to be able to win this game is take it early, use their early game nukes to just be able to blow up the Phantom Lancer as quick as possible, and not ever let him get to the point where he's got 3k HP.
So do you think Heart's a must on PL? I've heard Mason and PPD actually argued about this, where PPD doesn't think Heart's that good on PL compared to something like a Satanic, especially. Or do you just like the Heart because you can just farm all over the map the entire time, maybe come back to fights?
I guess I haven't seen like too many successful builds. I think we watched one game recently at WePlay where the PL didn't go Heart, but it just wasn't necessary for him. I think a lot of games it is necessary to get that extra raw amount of HP.
And they thought, both teams thought about it right there. You saw Jabs almost ulting the Crystal Main just to take him down, but Yapzor, he was in the corner. He was ready to steal that. He's like, please just give me that spell every time.
I think Phantom Lancers just basically, they play best as cores when they're no longer scared. And that's one of the things that being able to get that early Roshan and having the Aegis gives to you.
Well, they're running uphill. There is going to be a sentry there, though. Ooh, won't hit the stun, actually. Toss him out of there. Puppey casts the ultimate. Will zone him out, so, well, they get the bounty rune. It costs a couple ultimates there now. 20% magic resistance. This Necro's so tanky. Even though he went Radiance, he is so tanky. The Strength, Talon, and Hood. And now
he's actually eclipsed the Phantom Lancer now in net worth.
And this, I mean, once again, you see this Lina putting in so much work, but the next 3 cores all Radiant. And there is going to be the Crimson Guard, so slows down the push. I mean, super good versus PL. I think Crimson Guard is actually really underrated. You don't see it that much, especially against PLs.
Just entirely negates the damage on these towers. But that's not why you never wanted to be in a position where the Phantom was pushing your towers in the first place, right? But it was supposed to be like this really strong team fight item for you. But now with the Diffusal Blade, that's one of the things. You get these Winter Curses, he could just burn through the mana, even if he's not doing the damage.
Yep. And look at this, mid one's in a lot of trouble. Oh my, not only did it kill, it's a 120-second death timer at third. The game might just be over, right? Like, I mean, it's a wrap.
With the Tiny
sure.
pushing this
Lina?
fast, yeah.
No Lina for 120 at 30 minutes. Oh my goodness. That's always so just, I'm not even in the game, not like rooting for anyone. It's so stressful to see that long.
Yeah, you're gonna Secret. Are they even getting any push? They've got the top lane push happening from the Wraith King. That's all he can do at this point in time. He can't possibly defend, so he says, might as well make the most of it and try and get this tier 1 tower. Maybe even get some damage on tier 2 since it's double siege.
You know, tier 3 will drop. We see Puppey trying. Zai, with this Firefly, you can't go anywhere near the creeps. He does pull the creeps off, though. Nice job there. With the Crimson Guard, it is defending. Lina does have buyback, by the way. Lina just picked it again. There we go. Buyback's there. Looks like they committed, but MP's already killed Puppey. Stun right when mid one TP's in. Nisha just getting chased down. No mana for ulti. MP dies as well. So it is going to be a 2-for-1. The buyback committed from mid one. Stun will hit Ice Ice, but Glimmer Cape will negate that Dragon Slave damage. And now look at Abed. He's pinging it. Jabs is pinging it. Please kill the melee racks. And they will. So the buyback doesn't feel that useful either from Lina. I mean, they got a kill on PL, but you still lost your full rank. They will find one more, or will they? Abed and Ice 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 are ready to go back in. They want to defend DJ here. He's going to try to roll. Nope. Oh, gonna Yules himself with that Lotus Orb. Stun's going to fly. Oh my goodness. Zai is just dying from all these little chippy spells. Ulti is going to go, but no one there to attack him. And Radiant will just, they're going to get out clean. Oh.
Good split all the time from Secret in these team fights. They're trying to be as aware as they can of the Winter's Curse coming in, just like they did in that last play. But again, it's like all the little plays, they look nice, but you're just inevitably going to be losing the game because Fnatic just have the stronger cores. Like a BKB Tiny, once he gets in and he gets on top of Lina, like mid one just can't play aggressively anymore. He receives a combo from the Tiny, he just has to play back from there.
My, and there it is, oh my goodness, he blinks into the stun. Nice silence coming out from DJ. DJ will get turned on. Yules goes in there. You know mid one wants this kill, but the Yules on himself will save it. And now mid one, he's in trouble. The stun will only hit onto Puppey though. And look at that, 4 committed down here from Secret. Abed, oh. He's just sitting there, but now he's gonna go back in. He's gonna get the kill on Yap, so he picks up a tree. They're ready to go. Will slow down Zion. I think Zai, he could be in a little bit of trouble again. Tree will hit him, slowed once more by the burn. MP
now
looking,
they need his vision.
Top, Nisha, Zai, and yep, Zai's just dead again. What can you do? He has to feel so, like, just helpless in this game. Yeah. Like, he really doesn't do anything at this point. So they will get the tier 2 bottom once that backdoor protection's down, but creeps are pretty far away.
And it says a lot that Ice 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 isn't scared of this Wraith King at all, nor should he. No. The Radiance, he's outscaled the Wraith King. He can just solo push into this top lane, knowing that without the Lina aggressively hunting him, he's fine.
This is so aggressive. Smoked in. Jabs. Will pop it. Will he be able to get the attack up? He's trying. Instead, Nisha's going to go in. They're going to get it. Lotus Orb pop, but won't matter. Oh my goodness. Nisha dropping solo. He does have the ulti, though. Will be a slow from Puppey. He's going to pop that ulti. Courier goes down. Nice silence by DJ. Tossed into the air. Ice 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 is dead on the backside. Mid one finds him from the trees. Now, Batrider into the air as well as DJ. They're looking. Can they find this PL? He is going to try to run away. Nisha gets the kill on DJ. Looks like they did overextend too much. MP goes down, and wow. A 4-for-0 on one of the most maybe a 5-for-0 here. Will they get it? Abed lifted up. They sure will. A full 5-for-0. You just smoked into the enemy team base and die.
I'm astonished. I can't believe Secret just walked away with 5-0.
Wow.
All right, well, let's see if they can actually get themselves back in this game. They've got, what, a good minute to be able to just kind of head down lanes.
Push lanes, get wards, right?
Yeah, I don't think Roshan's not going to be up in time for them to take advantage of that. Hey, they've got the level 20 for the Wraith King, so one less thing he has to worry about against the PL. Really still needs that the Mjolnir, though, for the active. Against that many, he could just put it on himself. He's receiving a lot of illusions on him.
Wow, the mid one's positioning, he was just up in the trees the whole time. I don't think they knew he was there, and he was just throwing these stuns from so far with that cast range down. Oh, nice dodge of the attack there, so he gets the blink up. Does miss the stun, though. A little bit of a mistake.
As a result, he'll die for it.
Goodness. Mid one Oh, that has to feel so bad. You get yourself, it's either you kill him or you get killed. Now Puppey, he's in a little bit of trouble. Looks like he will go down, but he wants to waste DJ's time. He's doing a good job doing it. Rolling boulder. Oh, actually goes over. Now Puppey, no, wait, he's still good. And now, guess what? He has the pipe. He's not taking magic damage. They find DJ. Can they get him, though? This is a very slow and painful death for him, but DJ will go down in Puppey. Again, he makes it out somehow.
We're talking about the playmaking, Winter Wyvern. Well, that was a big play on the Lina, and it has now netted him a Blink Dagger, which gives him greater opportunities to be able to set up his team. We were talking about it in the draft. You said you actually prefer Winter Wyvern in the 4 position because you think how impactful that Winter's Curse with the Blink Dagger can be.
Well, even after that, though, Fnatic, they get the bigger kill, obviously. Was nice. Secret gets a kill, but now Roche is getting taken. Lina dead. No buyback, as we saw it earlier. And that's going to be Cheese. Cheese on your Necro, probably, right? And Aegis up on the PL. Looks like they do maybe want to try something out, but I just don't know if they're going to get there in time. Maybe they will. Can they get a steal? Looks like Zai, he's going to look. He's going to get some vision. Roshan, though, will drop in Secret. Doesn't look like they will. Oh, Puppey frees himself. Nice Lotus Orb there from Ice Ice Ice. And now MP just going to run in Puppey. I did say you were going to die last time. You're definitely going to die this time. And he gets Reapered. 100 seconds on the support Crystal Maiden. Tiny. Tossed in the air.
And again, Nisha's just heading to the side lanes because he knows
I can't do anything.
The push is coming. I can't do anything to stop it. All I can do is try and delay things as much as possible. He's going to if he knows what's happening, which is they are not heading back to mid. They're actually going to rotating over. He's going to spend 2 seconds here and then try and find a place to TP out.
It is only a 2K lead now for Fnatic, but it still
feels
feels like they're
much
way
worse.
farther ahead. Because that Roche, right? Roche is so important.
I mean, it's the Roche, but it's also the heroes. Again, your Phantom Lancer is coming to a point where you just don't have enough damage to be able to deal with them. Again, I really don't think Mjolnir is ever going to be enough to deal with a Phantom Lancer that has this much HP to him. The Lina, you throw these nukes and stuff, and Midwan is doing a really good job on this Lina. He has kept Secret in this game for the last 10 minutes. I feel like they would have actually lost this game so much quicker if it wasn't for his excellent efforts, but there's only so much that this Lina can do against a Phantom Lancer. It's just the heroes do not match up well. You can't go a good right-click build. You don't really have the best AoE clear anymore. Now that the Lucians are tanky enough to be able to survive through your nukes, that's a massive problem for you. Same thing goes with the Bat Rider's damage over time. Doesn't really affect this Phantom Lancer too much anymore. And you're just talking about one hero. And again, the Tiny and the Necrophos, Ice 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 win for this second pickup of the Radiance, which was surprising to me because I thought it was a little greedy, but it now means that he is a very viable late game core with this many items. He's going to go for a hard as well. Again, just a lack of damage. They're going to run out. Unless you get the most beautiful freezing field ever.
Which maybe Puppey can. Who knows?
Maybe he can.
We don't know, but it's going to be so hard to push uphill, right? Against his Lina with the cast range, against Rubik, who can steal Splinter Blast. They can clear creep waves super quick. And if you do that aggressive play again, right, Bat Rider can get a pick off. It just, I don't think, how does Fnatic commit uphill if everyone's just sitting in their base?
I mean, I think for Fnatic, I think they pretty much just either let Phantom Lancer hit it with the Aegis or have their, they can have their Tiny on the front lines as well. They can have him be initiated on, yeah, for sure.
As you see, creep waves cleared so quick by both teams. Abed, he's invis. Oh, Zai. Oh, he's going to get found. It is going to be enough to bring him uphill. He is going to be Lotus Orb. Everyone's going to be casting spells on themselves, but look at that. The boulder hits onto 3 by DJ. Now, the winner's curse comes out. Trying to do some damage in the back lines. Yapzor versus MP. That's not a good one for him. Does steal that, and mid one going in. Gets the Laguna up, but the Abed eats the cheese. And, well, 1 for 0, and now they're just going to slowly, actually pretty quickly with that tree. Never mind, they're going to go back in. Puppey will be okay. Nope, he will not. MP's illusions finish him off.
The only way Fnatic can lose from here is overextending really deep into tier 4s or even
5-man smoking in the base again.
Yeah, something like that. Because now with they just got to be able to play it safe. Just take down this tier 3, no problem. Let the heart do its work. Get MP back to full health.
You see it. He's just going to bring down those melee racks, and there's absolutely nothing Dire can do, especially their one pick-off Bat Rider going to be down. Aghanim's is picked up by the Rubik. We'll see, and now they're going to run in middle. Obviously, he doesn't need the man anymore for his ulti. Will get popped here, slows everyone down. Yapster, though, slowed. Jab's doing a good job of getting that Arctic burn on everyone. MP's going to run forward. He's actually going to turn onto mid one. Nice Yule's there to help him out. Arctic burn stolen by the Rubik.
Yapster's just trying to run interference on Japs as much as possible.
Yeah. That's what it seems like both of them are just running interference on each other. They both know they're the big playmakers in this game, and there's going to be a smoke. Will they get anything? They're going to go in. Abed just pops the Blink Dagger. Nisha in a lot of trouble. He does not have ulti anymore. He already used it. He'll just get punched. He goes down. Instant buyback from him. Is going to be an easy kill on Puppey as well, and this is just a slow and steady death for Secret right now. They bring him down. Will mid one die in the Fountain? Will they go for it? Will be a toss. Mid one will survive, but it won't matter. Nisha bought back. Good game called. And wow, Fnatic played almost a near-perfect game besides that 5-man smoke into the base.
Yeah, I think this early game was incredibly impressive by Fnatic. The way they made these fast rotations into the side lanes, never let Secret get the lane set up that they really wanted to. Once you saw that early game, then you could see Secret just struggle to be able to get a good handhold onto the game, right? This Lina has to rotate to try and make up for the fact their side lanes are losing, but then like the Tiny takes a mid tower so quickly, it opens up a lot of map control. Fnatic also split pushed really well, and the way that they used MP, this is, you know, he's not going to get a whole lot of love for this game because he's just kind of doing the late game carry thing, but the way he played it safe against the Batrider while kept pressure on the side lanes was really smart. Everything he did there was good. Fnatic just looked very impressive.
Yeah, they did. And besides that one 5-man smoke that we talked about, we did see, I mean, winner's curse, right? What an ability. One missed stun turned into a solo Lina kill.
Yep.
That was like his second death in the game.
Yeah, I think this is why Winter Wyvern has been so highly picked in those first 1-2 areas in so many drafts lately, because this hero, it does so many things for you. Being able to defend towers, defend heroes with Cold Embrace, being able to be one of the bigger team fight impacting supports as well. Team fights are very important in this meta. Winter Wyvern is always going to see a good place.
Yeah, so I mean, any last words before we throw it back to the desk? I mean, it is a best of one. Obviously, it is 3 team groups, and I'm pretty sure Fnatic's they're like, well, we beat Secret. That was the big challenge in the group. So, I don't know, any words?
No, I think that Fnatic just looked really good. Not so sure about the drafting situation. Obviously, everybody talked about the Phantom Lancer versus this Wraith King. I'm not sure how viable it is to run such an aggressive lineup, how fast you have to play. I'm not sure if it really fits this meta.
Especially against the PL last pick.
Yeah, tough to be able to win any of these PL last picks, or even 4th pick PLs. It seems like the hero is very strong.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Cap. What insight you always give us. But we got to go back where the real insight is at, to Sheever and OD Pixel.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Indeed, here with OD Pixel, as well as our 2 analysts, Fogged and Kyle. Welcome back to the desk. The game kind of went exactly how you said it would, gents. Before the game, after the draft, when I asked, you said PL is going to stomp. Fogged, you said Secret on a timer. No answer to PL, Kyle. I mean, this kind of was it almost a done deal at the draft?
We were talking a lot about sustain. And when you combine sustain with just itemizing for survivability, you get to a point where the enemy side has just no damage. I forgot rule number 1 of Batrider, which is just don't pick Batrider, because it just, you can see in like a game like this, it just has no real impact.
The hero can be good. I think Zai just had a rough game that game. I don't think the hero's bad.
He was given a safe lane.
But he didn't get. They did that because they tried to dodge the matchup. They wanted to get the Batrider versus the Necrophos. And they tried to like do the mind game, right? They tried to mind game, but they mind gamed themselves a little bit.
The moment we saw Bat against PL in the laning phase, we were already like, all right, that's like 3 mistakes now Secret's behind, because you can't get into the game if you're Zai. Like, you can't really blame him because there's no real way to abuse this laning matchup. If you're going to pick Bat, I feel like you need to ensure that it's in one of those matchups that you will dominate 90-10 guaranteed. And
I feel like they needed to actually just immediate swap the lane, right? Like, even if it didn't go horrible, I guess, but even if the Wraith King killed the Necro, but you have to have the Batrider versus Necro matchup.
Yeah, I mean, well, as you said, they
You just
swapped
have
it. They swapped it after I think Zai died 3 times.
Yes.
He died 3 times in that top lane. You know, the PL suddenly's 2-0-1. You know, MP's having a fantastic time. Then Zai goes down bottom. At that point, it was just too late. He goes straight down bottom. They'll go, okay, we'll move as well, and they instantly kill Zai again.
Yeah, and it's not just that. I mean, Necro also is pretty favorable against Wraith King. He had like a double CS advantage by the time he had 20, and you just have issues. And we talk a lot about Secret, but I'd say MVP star of this game for me is DJ.
Absolutely.
Like,
His spirit this game.
It's so fast. It's phenomenal because obviously the silence will spread to anyone that's magnetized.
Yeah.
And I see him in like a quarter of a second. He magnetizes, rocks somebody, silence immediately.
Yeah.
Chill a second, hits the stun. Like we saw him get extra kills and saves because he wouldn't overextend. Like that one near escape near the top tier 1, that was just...
I mean, even the times when he sort of died, it sort of took Secret, you know, 2-3 heroes about 20 seconds to sort of chase him down. The way he sort of played around with him.
This
And
play
I think Jabs as well really stepped up. Like you were saying, you know, this is the guy we've seen do amazing things in the position 4. You put him on a Wyvern, this hero at the moment, yeah, he's hot stuff. I'm surprised it didn't sort of get picked up straight away, and it was, what, sort of 3rd pick, it was still available in the draft. And he had a fantastic game as well.
I was so surprised that Wyvern and Tiny are in like 3rd, 4th picks, right? Like that was, or whatever you want to call them, you know, after all these bans, these heroes just make it through. And that Secret, they go for this Rubik, and you know, we were talking about Zai, you know, Zai's Batrider not having impact. I didn't even feel Yapzone in this game. He's just dead over and over again trying to push out lanes.
He did kill those creeps though.
He did. He got his farm as always, yeah. I think that just seems straight up because you've got sort of that support versus support thing. You're running these 2 dual lanes. Would you rather be the team where you've got a Wyvern sitting in the lane with you and an Earth Spirit having the power, or would you rather sort of have a Rubik and a CM by your side? You know, it doesn't feel well. And then that on top of, as you already mentioned, the core matchups in the side lanes. You just weren't helping yourself.
Like when you play the Rubik in these situations when Yapster does like playing it, and you are the 4, right? You have this plethora of things to steal and have this great game, but this game, what's he steal? Winter's Curse, some tiny spells, but it's really hard. You're not going to get anything from Earth Spirit. Like Phantom Lancer's not great. Like Splinter's Blast and Winter's Curse are your best spells.
It just feels, whenever you're in a position where the enemy side, like PL and Necro, both went Hood first, but they're still able to exert more map control and farm the map faster because the wave shove on Secret just isn't really comparable. They're relying on Yapzor to push out these waves, and when you can just itemize for survivability and then like still not have damage troubles, I mean, inevitably you're going to win the game. They ended up taking both Roshan's. If it weren't for that 5-man misadventure into the Secret base, I think that was... I'm going to put that blame for that solely on Ice Ice Ice. That was him.
They've got to make it exciting for us, you know?
That's
Give
true.
Secret a chance, you know? It was entertaining.
A little bit of eternal envy lives on within them.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right, that was the first game of the group stage, or the second group stage, that is. Group A, Fnatic and Secret. Fnatic indeed looking good. I mean, they just won. Secret are going to be playing, of course, later today against Signify, so will Fnatic. One team of each group will go home, but for now we're going to give Group A rest. We are going to move towards Group B. And Group B is going to see PSG LGD take on a Boom ID, and that will be a very exciting match. I can't wait to see what Boom ID has in store for us, because we've seen them in qualifiers. They came a little short a couple of times, but now they're here on stage, and they will take the stage after a break.
Don't let the leg monster stand in the